The feeling of looking in the mirror and finding yourself unattractive is something I never want to experience again. Hi, I'm Andre. I am 29 years old, and about 4 years ago, my life changed completely. It actually all started with me finding out about a company called Elithair. I think everyone pays attention to their appearance and also their demeanor and would like to be perceived how they present themselves. Of course, I feel the same way. About 4 years ago, I had other priorities as far as that was concerned. It was important to me to radiate self-confidence and masculinity. The problem was, it just didn't work. Four years ago, the opinion of others was also much more important to me, so that I only paid attention to superficial things. The feeling of looking in the mirror and feeling unattractive is something that I never want to experience again. I was already engaged at the time and should have been looking forward to my wedding. But I was so unhappy with myself. That overshadowed everything. Of course, my fiancée noticed how unhappy I was at that time. It was through her that the whole thing came about in the first place, as she told me about the possibility of a hair transplant and a beard transplant. She was the one who picked out Elithair for me and also recommended it to me. And to be honest, I was initially very skeptical and also too proud. But I just didn't want to admit that these superficial things bothered me so much. Fortunately, my fiancé has remained persistent and made me jump over my own shadow in order to get some advice from the experts and fly to Elithair in Istanbul. Everything went really well in Istanbul, and I have to admit that I don't remember the operation so well, because the time afterwards is what will remain unforgettable. After around 2 months, you can already see some dramatic changes. It was incredible for me because my beard was full, my hairline was finally dense, and a really huge blockage in my head was gone all of a sudden. I then generally paid proper attention on my appearance. I started with fitness. I have changed my lifestyle and my diet. And so much time had passed that my wedding was just around the corner. I remember that it was only afterwards that I realized what the treatment had actually done to me. We looked at wedding photos afterwards, and I just didn't recognize myself, like a new person. I have now been married for 3 years and have become a proud dad, but I have to admit, nowadays, different things count more for me than 4 years ago. I probably don't need a full beard anymore to define my self-confidence. Nevertheless, I will be forever grateful to Elithair, because it was only through the hair transplant that I was able to find myself properly and understand what really matters in life. Because who knows what would have happened if I hadn't had the treatment. If you are also unhappy with your hair or beard, then I can only recommend this treatment to you. Get professional advice from Elithair. The solution to your problem is closer than you think, because believe me, only afterwards will you realize how much it will change in your life.